Obi Majo so that is saying.
Nyame adom ho ye papa. Nyame adom.
I see. And then Nyame M'Ahiasem so. Okay, and then so ache.
Amen.
Or the famous Adebia Damika, you don't have any choice than say Obedanasi. Sure. Okay, men kasa yem do na na meji asidedi. Ko Nyame ase that dey bebre. The more I koso da Nyame ase a wo bo na baso no. Na Nyame so ehwe waseda no so. Na odi omumu ye na omre yobi. Ko ene dey obesu every David ho.
It's true.
Even in the midst of calamities and then weakness, and the praise and worship, a sorry bro adwene nti ase so. Nti men na da ho we ni pay dey wo mre yo wo sinto, but in the midst of that weakness, enwane nko ba bia o. Odwan nko bia no ye. Twedi ampo nyankopon. Once you are part of life, sa kwantuo no de sinto mre yo nsahwe ni nyina wo. And now mre yo Endia bobo and can't to say 90 me pa de say ade we de obi fia ode ade fit dem kra obi o se me de me all say de onyame ni nikri ni all say so e come from bad to worse you no agia to mo ne honhom ne kra say ne all say ya na be de e be ku nti ampa so no agro wonim say yen so techre mai sa techrema we na eye tumi a e wo so de de ma wonkwa ene de de okwu enti ensem bia wo ka kire wo ho sa nsem na nkasa ana e ma ye onipa bai itu so no pa de bia da meka wada Nyame ase we na wo de wudin make up na santim se mediye mediye. What is then left of you? They say you work towards that mediye, into what do because person a journalist. Kwame na be so be journalist. And trust Emma. But when Nyame wo say wagya to whom say mediye no. Work in tandem with that vision. Build the needed capacity. It me AB may the biggest marketing consultant. Odu one work kan we be hunu now. Work towards it. Onyame be ma sa ahode ni nimdie no amoatim biaye
the power of positive confession.
Of course,
positive confession. Bible cracker say let the weak say I am
strong
and let the poor say I am rich. Even though you are poor now, you are declaring upon your life
declarations.
Say, I am rich.
Declarations.
Positive confession.
If you are the if you are a man in akwa ware pe no bia
abafie.
If you had this, and now now I quite Obianco invested that. You had it. You have party, Obianco invested that. Now, how quite one or two kind of. If you had the Obian sit down one kind of. If you had the Obian sit down crowd one kind of. These are the young Kobe. If you had it, you didn't party to be if you had any party to be out of you.
What kind of
jatu?
Now, be your it okay Jabez and Bible no Bible mo nti Jabez ma me say owo no yaw mo nti no to no Jabez it Jabez who say na no man koye ma no again he invoked that spirit of positive confessions and obon paye bi Bible say and Jabez called on the God of Israel saying oh that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory that your hand will be with me and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. And based on some pioneer boy, in Bible say, so God granted him what he requested. As a sign. After one prayer. After one prayer.
So it's to encourage Obia Utieshebiano. You can't disappoint yourself. It's just a matter of one kasa won't pay attention here. Oh, the other don't go out to me via no boca. The enquire so. It must
be that change. I mean, say, let's
experience it. Be the change maker.
That change.
Yes.
And Dr. Yamson.
Yes.
When Ishmael Yamson. Oko interview for Nestle at Unilever, Jumano. At the interview, started baby na ofiba no foot row kan de owura mu no ne suit a hye ne nyina mu foot row poto in the owura interview room na panel members no Ekra started so almost.
Na dey ni na we dey no na.
It was your money kasa wie. One of the questions about and say in 20 years time ehinu hu ne ho. And o catch almost say in 20 years time he would be chairman of Unilever.
Oh.
Also kind of munyina da form. Wo.
Na chairman. Na wo hwe de ya bia in footro na afa
suit mu. But I say at the time na bibini bia me chairman and it was unheard of. Say bibini will be chairman of Unilever. A company at the time, they were employing close to 40,000 Ghanaians.
That's a belief.
40,000. But Okachren say in 20 years' time.
At that point,
yes.
Yes.
He will be chairman of Unilever. In fact, exactly 20 years. The same month now, call interview. No? That same month, 20 years later, he became chairman of Unilever.
That's it.
The power of positive thinking.
It.
And positive.
I know find the two and now say Mayor Unilever chairman.
He worked. Baby, your call he proved the difference. Say clear.
Say adiaba ko mpese what's adiaba. Oh, oka nsempato no anya adwuma. Na obi be sa ho no koye adwuma. Emfa ho ye ni bre ni ntwato so ni ntro.
Yeah.
You just didn't arrive here.
Of course.
And now, Namia Wadum now call a lawyer. What Trasiana will be the one being obey lawyer. May Sana call a lawyer. Debbie, make cut to trim. There's no shortcut.
Yeah.
There has never been, and I don't think there should be. It's more for shortcut to life, you know. Do now, be there. Go through the mill.
Yeah.
Catch who say, me, Medi, work towards we deal. Especially the area our officer one day our and everything will go on positive for you.
Yeah, and it's in common way are very important because you speak to youth ni bia usia one and they are like and I media me fear me fimu and I me mama anhweme and I me school ne kura ma nkobi and he say but there are people in your condition or even worse. They've made a decision and I tell people say life is about decisions. And you decide, say, yes, I come from a very poor background, but I've decided to break the chain of poverty in my family. Once you take that decision, then you work at it. Mentna udemrifem, nothing will change. If you don't back that declaration I can with the necessary hard worker, Charlie Bibian who best it is the hard work.
Moses Amapaka said, where the Kotoko you need to know. Where the Kotoko young folk
why are there?
Why are there only the MP?
Yes.
And some of the mining companies
sure. Takwa enclave no.
Na ye is a president so na no ba no be dey. So far on farm mine.
Okay.
Inti
president of the republic.
President of the republic.
Promise.
There's a promise.
Say omo qualified to manage zone.
Obaso omo say di omo di juma. Inti on farm.
Yeah, the state will have to. What I find the positives I mean who omo performance ne mo say. Unim say at a point na Ghana there were 4 representatives in African competitions. They did 2 for Champions League and 2 for Confederations Cup. Now your modern boy and enko yintino CAF 2 go into every year. He said it only 2 reps per echo. Ghana with our clout in African football 2 is into a performance way into a do money zone.
Yeah.
Dreams have since we do money zone.
Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams is where do in Confederations Cup.
Wow.
Yeah. They are very positive for Ghana football. And I'm hoping CAF would reciprocate that by giving us 2 additional slots.
Yeah.
Kudos to Moses and the team, to Dreams FC team. And then so
but Moses
for the good job.
One class is on phone on the class you.
Now unime kukrishi asi awako even in football.
That's the point.
In football.
That's the point.
Hey.
If you put now on say and no ya no go do money zone. Into who shade that. Apia found that. Apia found that. Into him the okaka.
Sure.
And that is what we are good at. When people are close to their sign.
Yeah.
Then na kwabna something will be muti actually we grow years ka. Wait, she our this schedule. The baba be we last Thursday. We mu nyina ni mo say. Unim na se na wo na
yeah, na wo de
Unim na se na wo te ono.
O de onko ye bi.
O de onko de o ye no nya bi. Oso kusu na o kasa. So that's the point. Yeah. And let's congratulate people like Moses Amapaka.
No, he's done so well.
So well.
I mean, so we share me call me ben wise. When he was at the point, Wilson Athakoye, chairman of second 11.
Yes.
and offer me as communications director for Wise. Man, now you prepare for middle league.
Now my brothers also prepare communications director.
Oh yeah, for second 11 Wise.
Team Asanso go no do what team Papa Bako dia bemudi.
Into me kaisa, yeah, prepare for middle league. Man, the cost.
No ma akum no.
Charlie, the cost. Preparing a team for one day, Ombeko training
what this guy has done, this young man,
what Moses has done in Takwa, because I remember I started with Rose Park. So this whole project started, yeah, we started with a team called Rose Park.
No.
Yes, Rose Park.
It's Rose and Park.
Rose Park on the year. And Rose Park was the team we started.
And when the most minimum.
Oh yeah. And I think later, about Wasaman.
So I go through all this.
Masa bra babidu sampempens. When they say se nyame ya adum no wadru ha. Don't talk if you don't know the story.
Don't talk.
Don't talk. Don't talk. If you don't know the story, don't talk.
Well, you can quite Dominic any chumun confirm me. Yes, moje go tamale. Yes, omo ye the tamale.
Ochina na FA Congress no to elect Congress no with the election.
Fighting today.
No, sir, I think the FA says adiana elections never koso. Already, a man for file application for injunction. I think there are 2 applications for injunction. One from the camp of Alaji Grusa, and the other from the camp of George. The friend George Boateng and George name. George Free. I think there are 2 those 2 pending applications. No, so one meeting, or call this committee, or free mo, or call appeals committee at National and from Abuel to Egu. It is all called cast, I think. And your call cast no one just assembly pending or cast there, or call High Court said they should injunct the process. But I think the application has been filed, the FA has been served, I'm told. But the FA still says they would go ahead and if it's none of the issues. No.
So well, I think they should check now, because I don't know why they have.
So maybe a party will think says I'm my elections ne cost one power. It renders my application in court in the moot.
Court, court and she say Juma. You see a quasi about to be in Koso, Yamajumi being Koso, as I see one team in Koso.
And so once you file the application, it will not file the application.
It will file as the
contention, there is still contention on that. Say the mere filing of the application, should it act as a stay or not? The lawyers are divided on that, but I think the general way and opinion and it's once the application is filed, now you serve us a party now, you have to stay the process, and that's the general way. And I know the law. Lawyer Samson Ladi show our Joy News, no, and I think that's the general conclusion from the show. But I say Charles Kojo in team. Your friend Mickey Charles.
Or the Kojo in team.
Yeah, Charles Kojo in team. Mickey Charles.
Dan make come about Kosemo radio. I mean, a friend Kojo in team. My friend Mickey Charles. How?
You don't even the phone.
Hey, where the me boss now, cousin? Where the mammy a gangaria bravo?
Oh, DJ
told me 4,000 cities were Classic FM. 40 million that time. Yeah,
and the way did you
get oh, my didiache. Oh, no, mammy, that apartment more touchman. On the white Vectra. Referee number, ever family breakum. Check back.
90s, name year 40 million.
40 million, 4,000 Ghana cedi.
In the 90s?
Yeah. Meji and I found so quite cranty because after that cranty 70 cities. What
did you know? Mickey Charles, I call about it to say.
The brother Boko, okay, I want to say.
Yami, I don't know.
Good. Bibiaboko.
Fantastic. Now, me want to Tamela now Accra.
No Accra and demonstration they call so I want kind of meeting. Ceciana, Yabomodia, dispatching the honestly, Nanka Yaji and Semna, Yadobogana police abasopa or my Juma. Me call occupy Juloniti and the man who see you, but I net ye or my Juma Palma Miamaniaji because Nanka demonstration Yaji and some.
Nana, Jimun Sem were quite say Nipane Babroso.
And the choir is a sena owns a football for Nankasani, Nipabe 124, yet delegates a cassia to a bar. Into where the organizers here, so young football for at least young Kakrana, a Wahono, young player supporters live in the county, and upon a ash good for bedroom crime. And I knew the Biasa force bedroom crime. and the kind of boom. I feel there's any panic baby by Yenny Moment. You're quite a news, Rosabia, at the say GF for even organizing other fashion percent common say demonstration. Apparently, they're almost support to your course now. Yeah, you know, they also came to and then join us. But once about demonstrations, you have to be very careful. One way and any Pabonini be a frame. Into a good GF, honestly, we are saying, come on, Mark, yet. They debut on a police phone, see your man, daddy. Yeah, yeah, you say about GFA, about the say to do a
oh, okay.
Yeah, the answer here for GFA. Near country, almost say, Quam Fast Running Association, if we are near the Kata sports minister. Into the say, Hannah Mudru, yeah, and I say, much of will be in the view free. But apparently, almost any cost no money and young. Into almost a football for among your football fans. I'm not yes, I've been free testing. And I'm saying, Shaman will be. But of one minimum money, no more for Boise. New the BS kakra free techimai and I've been mostly free sunyani breakum on the kind home.
But the thing is say mumpe how the FA is being run, and as a Ghana football generally is being run, and delegates our football people have the opportunity say they would vote and change course in FA Congress so we are told Nyame Adoma Ochana. So why don't you take advantage of our process Nimum?
Obi, only by arguing say, anas issues he buy normalization, FIFA the normalization committee buy.
Yes.
Normalization they buy, honestly, a status no more they buy. Not near maybe a horror in trade because not a executive council no too much powers. Say, idea was a Congress here, executive council who can say, you're more powers no more day. Into at South physicians and surgeons meeting I acquired. Yet you know, to say, young very. Na say yangi status na ntuma FIFA for no ebesa my normalization committee no mandate through from matter so in the year as football for no be kaya Dr. Randy Abeni na benye senior say koku palma no ye bitina bontin and the kikan tibom say look say yantia say ma FIFA for am pass side we ya ombesa increase the mandate of the how do you call it normalization committee in the mo dem ntum ye gitum wie na say football no be die nsema na ya kwatana say na ya status because FIFA ma ho kwan say status no say baby o ho no na say and Abrafo can say what is tolerable in other jurisdictions and yet permissible because Ghana be a mrani and money be different from the Cameroon and now your friend is saying Egypt but about the governance media na the corner but near money be o ho no ma e betimi asesawa say again say ye babaka na football no be di ensema na nka ya again ya Congress asesa sa ade ni na I don't know if you want to and racket to click over winning elections. And to win elections, maybe I know me a match. I deal with the Esivaye. Ya kaya, and can you because a cabashing minute to see a minute here. Yentimi Amfa and San status over Kaya. Nipani be much per our status near regulations. Not members need to be to me for Congress. So when you certain number beer, not ya more my implementers are at the same. You could share more commercial at the end by or my implemented. Jebe who say ora no take advantage and a judicial bodies na we fi hono no or manipulate system ni nyina but you see to dey be na yen football for na kasa so see blame you because it was hard time where who hia see nyina e be kan bom but akoya yesu ni ye ban obi ona so nya de dodie bi wo hono na say ne ho to na afi ni wayi nani na de ekokan nyina no omode ato nche. But Obi only by Adrian say ball here in as much here 124 delegates are to about 123 Ghana. Ghana for no to do because of national teams in Chino. Almost about 30 million Ghanaians. If young one mean and yes football here yet to be a and I can say the national teams it has been funded by government. Into me when your mind your taxes now you cheer at the map and no what the funding national teams. That is why I do baby I was a Ghana for. Because I say me penny Kobna Japan, no Kasasa, he's been a sports journalist for so many years. And our bar bamo. Or say like I pass or more changes audience and buying Faba Kumra, not football for some Faba Kumrano. Not a boapa, because I can now will need to and to be. But yeah, GB a buying some football no be in 2005. I know now must have problems when in our area there, but only do feel thank you. Cockta Dananka, the war minor. Nanka, or my manoso and Yaquine, I can football assembly. There quite a BBA football for us. The Biano at the problems by football. And if he said, my dad, said they're not of Japan cano, it makes a lot of sense. Said Debbie, the way you turn a honum, ɛma ɔmo sesa status ne regulations no ɛno na mɛyɛ bɛdu baabi ɛwɔ sisi no nti obi no kora sɛ nka football for yaa ne ɛbɛtumi asɛsi a me ne ɔkasa yi as of now yɛwɔ clubs ne bi wɔ hɔ nom a invitation kora yɛde bɛma ɔmo as delegates ama ɔmo akɔ tamale no because sɛ kɛkyɛkura no firi sɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ anim afa nti invitation kora yɛama ɔmo bi obi te sɛ ne ɔdo bi ase ɔne invitation me ne ɔkasa yi Judge Free team so biribi any invitation Alhaji Karim Grusa Kefesa yɛ invite ɔmo there are few clubs officers and Crawford in Mafa. It's invitation, but is that the way we want to run our association? Obi. I am the pastor who hosts to program where every now any your mind and so my idea or no near Lord, but what do you be a while we are or Sina Lord in a safe way? A heifer pana, what to say? You see, a headquarters of an association, you're moving from one region at the another region. You have 2 offices in the Minam. May you show us a FIFA crack or also FIFA and the congresses, or to me or my country for Biaso. But may you show us Zurich, say FIFA say or Korea Congress or Spain, or better to Zurich dining in almost or Mobia. And so be better obey football business now. Must the person move all the way from Accra to Tamale to go and do football business? You can go to your Tamale, but at least be office and not to Honum. We don't know what is happening. Obi,
are you saying, sir, as we speak, no, sir, me call GFA office I work GI in China, Obi anyhow. So person your football business is here, just call Tamale. But at least, so won't call Tamale. At least be office not to Honum. Dear Ben also, so office all the right now. I didn't know who can. How what to dining in almost all the office no Kotamali. And you sure say FIFA crab to Zurich, I can say or Congress or Ghana, what to Zurich dining. I don't know. Me just here Obi. And Oyam Renim Obi. Say Obi several a notice of injunction and I say hearing and now maybe I can get you to my grandhouse lawyer. Maybe call law school that. Makola Kram in Fahoda. But me some trade Macacra my year, me say. So who sit down crowd no people or catch or say court I didn't sabbat to the Butanian council, your council now dibima. Hallelujah, what to do my dear Nusu. I like the groups in a court, I mean, say Obi. I like the groups I say officer about to an year cotono, near me being chai into a court. A court in the case no ashe on the 12th of October, yeah. Judge Free used to say there be near be a mudia dinner no. On Tiasia, because of why exhausted at the saying judicial bodies now kind of hasty or the court of arbitration for sports. Name the fundamental human rights because officer Matlanta found so. Obi, why a law, maybe near law that. You see, afraid to be ordered or trampatum. The other side must be heard. Also, what disqualified Georgia Free? Also, my appeal no by appeal committee said the order about the client Mukra. Me assure one year, ruling media kind. Maybe near law that. But anyone, now me assure said me I mean Japan, in the stress I decision. And there was suspicion, you know, say, there might be a course war, especially joint judicial bodies, you know, and yet judicial bodies in there. Omoya, Obi Trana, your Monsako Shassi. I don't know your football, no bruiser. Obi, now we're like to making serious allegations on radio. And if we are a serious nation, by now, I'll send at the CID. I invite you, Oraka, to Kriko and in executive council. And I group as a World Cup, yeah, you're quite so $100,000 in Cindy a buyer. Yeah.
Also, no, your man $100,000 maybe. Now, Mom Cat, a friend, a cat said, say, all man a kickback of 560,000 Ghana cedis. And Obi, this is a serious allegation. Can I want to say, Sika, Yadima, large group, it is not from FIFA and it's not from the Ghana Football Association. This is a Sika, a free abine, and Nakufuado, and in abine Ghana for yet one, Yato Yama abine. And on Modima said, or more echo so Madaji, I say your team lose Katamu. You will be $100,000. Now, Ghana, $100,000 I could be ultimate kickback fee honum. Now, Obi, where are your serious allegation? For all you know, no players need the crown or Muko World Cup. Every club is a far more. You never know. I wasn't here, answer me. Now, Obi, so Obi, the Asama Kodan quarter. Dear Benton, a Chinchinanche, because an air a force. Nami voice a feast, no more collective congress. A seminar of Roger Jeffrey, the Akodan quarter, yes, hearing on the 12th of October. And it's half 5 days and not 7 days, and so weekends to cry the account. And it's half 5 days, you know. Dear Ben Pana, Edema, elective congress, yen to maintain so, yen could Tiasem no. Now, Obia Sumun, na sɛ ne ye kɔ na yɛ George free what's one the better court no and pass mu kɔ George Ketokreku no nkɔfo mu nkɔyɛ mo ayi mo elections a asam de na asɛm kɔ so sɛ George free ye o qualify sɛ about to na yɛ de ka ho a mo nkɔ wo abɛkɔ o weni a wa weni o lusu a wa lusu asam de na asɛm kɔ bibia ni hɔnom e wɔ sɛ yɛ di do sa stage where na obi ɛyɛ ade a ɛha na no me free Amsterdam ba me show panyi bi ɛwɔ airport asɛm o kan na real ho yɛ pa because obi a ho football for us yɛ referees bi ni nyansa sɛbi yɛ ko school da also Mickey Charles aya mo sorry a mo say football people mo na football ni mo dia hwɛ sɛ mo say football ni mo dia mo mfa na yɛn so Ghana fo no ye be kwa kotua esika ma multi choice me ya subscribe to DSTV ye be hwɛ English Premier League no ya hwɛ La Liga of Spain ya hwɛ Italian Serie A ya hwɛ French League 1 no ɛhɔ ne ye be tua esika kɔ ɛnɛ obi so national team of ball kra na ebinim kra nim sɛ national team of ball kan yɛn Ghana yɛn ye tu kwan kɔ baabi si ye kɔ ball a ye ka sɛ obi asisi ye na no Central African Republic aba Ghana ha sei ɛhwɛ yɛ nim ka kyerɛ sɛ ye sisi omu okuma sɛ eburu ye nua sɛ de to ye Cameroon no the same thing ye call Ivory Coast ebeto ye ye ne South Africa World Cup qualifier the whole world to yenka because South Africa claim say ye get dubious penalty against them in Cape Coast to the extent on social media we were being lampooned all over omo report ye ma FIFA you see they benchi and all of a sudden say ye ball kro African countries we say ye we have won against Egypt by 6-1 in Kumasi Bibian one may see we have beaten Nigeria in Ghana. Just share month for, but at the end of the day, you know, no be complaining.
For now, me pacho because of time in tea.
Yeah.
At least indication yenya from Tamale ne say Ochna, the Congress is happening, barring any last minute way be. What would you do? Meaning himself from the volcano. You are not for Ket to continue as president of the FA. What should happen if we have
petitioned the Minister for Youth and Sports. And I can't say almost stop at the end because Obi we are lawyer ni.
Afena mi school me pacho.
Okay, what you cafe na ja yanko your the me pa bi maybe chemo. Afena was school but at least about them run my own in chain. Me no dey ya Santa so ni ashama dia buga ya me call law school da. But so obedi at the same bro hearing notice of hearing na. A prayer omo problem wa kwasa elective congress no. Elective congress any year status no there is nothing like elective congress. And a normal circumstance, the accord will come as 10th July, and no, and there was almost said the mandate of Congress to say, you can say a term we are baby, now and I'm saying young call elections into the more extended my. They didn't do that. It automatically in a extraordinary Congress, and a year will be beyond all and void. But because it's a Obian trigger side into no, or much honor or more year or more juma. But Obi, they are having to say, mainly to us, men fancy you, me and this in you. They are not feed the late E.T. Mensa. And then Van der Poel. Because they will not sit down for such stupidity, excuse my language. They will not tolerate Sanya Mana Ekosiisen. And then Nakla Nabi Honorable Mustafa. And I'm telling him, say, so Honorable Mustafa Tienia, on making sure that elective Congress never cost what Kamalenu, they should stop it. Because he's the minister.
Yeah, but the point is the FA is a creation of statute. And already there are some parties in court. And if the court processes are not respected, really, what can a minister of state do?
I'm saying, sir, what was say, maybe I can't forward interest, and maybe on the Kaipa, Minusana, yes, a parliament from 1 year, the public, be information status. I'll just look for the right one. Because of your national teams, you need to Ghana forward interest.
Yes.
So and maybe be so requesting national team, I idea. I say I buy the GFA for years or so. Because I have buying canon the running national team.
Yeah, that's true.
Sika, I call your football in the last 4 years in the national teams. What you're so being out that year, call ministry home, now the Mofa, me, Hahamania, at the put $10 million. At the process, canon. I want you to war my way, Obi, amount for bread. You can leave your football and say, but you need a cracker, and your football no so family and friends. Over a cat, would your park on a checky? The club dreams as ni power point you to positions at the Ghana Football Association. And just a blue PR
Okay, let's see how tomorrow would go. Of course,
and I'm saying, say, and like Accra na me hu ye no. Ewo Accra has it.
Yes.
Say aban am pekwan bi so antu omofo. Say ye ekoso Tamale no. About down a lot of issues. Omun train na court no case. And sure the be so Tamale ne be change ye si wa Accra no. Nti me de ye na cancel man no.
Mickey, me na say you best answer the incommobio. Why? Fantastic. Charles Kwejo in team, popularly known as Mickey Charles, so a former CEO, Emma Techiman City, and I'm here no in Como Inti. All is not well, as far as our football is concerned. Any issues are boba. What I can tell you though, and I say, Nyame Adoma Wachana, team multimedia, fully represented, Ewo Tamale. On all our platforms, especially on Asempa FM, on Adum TV, on Adum FM, the live coverage of that GFA Congress in the entire team, Papa Maestro, Immortal, everybody, Omunina, Tamale, are more prepared. The live coverage on radio, on TV, online.
I don't know more close you down.
That's a bit interesting, but the FA has done it.
But say it's here be intent here. Say all administrative work now.
That's what they have said. That's what they have said.
Normal day. Normal day, isn't it?
I don't know Emra Nutia. But ABA Tiamra no be tia obey me at the Abraham.
They can move the administrative office from anywhere to somewhere.
Yeah, I think those are the FA, association, and I think it's registered as a company limited by guarantee or so. Charlie.
In the Ghana, by betting me the next from a stop woman.
Almost stop the elections.
There be me a bem. You go meet me all say all ending or say.
Yeah.
It may be by near say blast I wind there. I don't say a guy
on my idea. If we say manage on behalf of the government. I think what's happening in the developed world, then they say they've not told to say because the football people no say bibinina sa ban say obamua. Then they dangle the way say FIFA mradie. And a FIFA mrade in turn no
but we are saying FIFA mrade say buy a member man.
Oh no. Other advanced countries but the point is once a buy no invest in football, a buy is stadia, a buy air supporting national teams, a buy air nyoma bebre Emma football, you cannot possibly argue say the state should have absolutely no role in the running of football. It doesn't make sense.
So you're a measured interference.
Absolutely. There should be, because you cannot be pushing money into something that wouldn't say how the money. No. The argument has always been made. Say a buying meska to support national teams. If no any say was kenim now be ministry ne ba your accountant ba Emma on the be payment.
Ministry no do accountant.
Yes, no dear. Say if the ministry
buying DH and any
DH to make sure say BBA equi. But what that then means, they say, in the proper day-to-day running of our football, should the state have a say or not?
But I think that's the argument. And was say, a man in your chefa.
Yeah, I should think so. Because why? At the end of the day, because of the public interest alone. Because our mind will interest in football. So because of the public interest, the state, because if Ode Bibia Bana Usano Okase before 2005, na state no appointment be onto the FA. They worked seamlessly, confusion biama. It was when after 2005 we changed your statute, and the Kokwe say football people they be not tension, minister in Ocean Hill and Tevana coalition course almost every now and then because he did not understand. He's been in football and he didn't understand, say, me a minister. And you tell me, say, football people from the some exclusive Ghanaians be or baby, they don't respect Ghanaian laws or money way na or filing Johnson come up and this or money. So that cannot be allowed to continue. I think going forward, there should be proper reforms.
Moses Park and Kasadi. And the team owners, and the former FA.
They form the FA, yeah.
Now the sports minister, on to interfere with him.
How do you How do you? And I think that's the conversation I was saying have it going forward.
It's supposed to be about hobby.
Or could be another they invited to the Gracie occasion.
Now, well, young talk in San Francisco when your invitation, our team unobedi.
That we say they are going to me because say I'm on invitation.
And they are restrictive to a certain group of people. And
say about my invitation as a delegate to come and vote.
But so you delegate as a team owner, and I just said, okay. It's only team, you are not a delegate automatic.
Yeah, you might be part of the FA, but say for this election, no, you invite us a delegate to me by now they call.
To
me by now they call. You've not been invited.
And then one of us here form team, no. Yeah, and you go to Aba. Nothing at me and what team that I'm Kubi.
Them not saying yet delegates for FA elections, you know, or me 120 something. Man, other teams are going to 100.
And you be an no discretion.
I don't know how because I think that reforms no should start with football nankasa set up in our country and the fact say omo delegates nankasa size ni iswa looking at the number of teams in Ghana if you want to elect people to come and manage football 123 delegates
Odru right
by now me sure so tamale
ono idea o FIO
or executive council member in osen akobi
o only so be din kunda me say ono so
executive council the highest decision making boy na
e jomo no ma hwe ama we yesi na
say omo na executive council they are quite a board members for the FA.
Can you blame them or you can't as it stands?
No, see and football people are blaming them say omo na buy ya proposal san ko mo show mo statute ni mu bi no omo buy omo hu say favor omo no omo so aye cool
it dey na large groups or the court na court say
large groups are there no the court no say application of file for injunction and I think the FA entered appearance and omo fix date on the 12th of this month
na obi na court mo here sir
adai
na so onim say me ya de na china onzo beti ma say me 12 ana mo here sir
no say no ntina ebi mo argue said then you should stay for the case to be heard because they are just on the 12th.
That's the court in see me. Court you be the 12. Yes, I don't care.
Yes.
On case on tea. But maybe you may say a court china. It be born by my.
Na ye ka say if the thing is filed, now you serve one enter appearance because mind you say adie na wo kwaye na nipa na pese or stop you.
Say who enter appearance does it restrain you from going ahead with whatever you want to do?
Earlier me catch you say there is a whole argument on whether seminar file application it should act as a stay. What's make us tell? Ebimu believe say it should act as a stay. Ebimu Sufi said no. Once a court nema order biano, I can go ahead and do what I'm doing.
Court in Bibiamo can in plain language. Obe restrain, obe catch okay. My restrain you until further.
Say no na court be here on the 12th. No, if the court
said you bet me a court because you're trained 12 na court but court no cancer said the moya nyapa po bit masa boegu.
That's the problem. So why then do you go and incur that cost? Na court na kwako boegu. So then stay. Na yentia asem ni nwie. And that's the debate.
Hey,
and only debate no.
I see. Anyway, obi mami and chiana minda a Madina MP no. Minda na say why quick. Na ode chopper. Me sure so go ni chopper ni bi.
Oka Sosu.
Yeah,
Xavier
Sosu. Na minda na se. You know, because some of us na ye di na chi ya che no. Ebesi na wie kro de as a chopper kraba no. Me ho adwiri mi kakra.
Yeah, me ho adwiri mi o.
Me ho adwiri mi.
So now no me kai say before 2020 elections. You be discussing na ha.
Yes, sir.
And I had some very beautiful words for him. You recall say you call
Prophet Amoatin.
Prophet Amoatin program
House of Miracle.
House of Miracles program there and now you're one of the speakers. And man, I sat and now what time that day.
Yeah.
And I told you say because that I am 2020 election. And I told you say the how we're weaving a personal story into preaching or be preaching and how our touchy akoma in that room.
Yeah,
Tonyum say nipa na ewo ho no. Said no mo na ekoto aba na nko be winning hands down that day. Eventually he won. Because I told you that's what the same message in the call round or targeting sorry nkwampo the same message in the call round the vote obenya no. Because it is a young man or train the background how we copy orphanage how we be far no a tree and the school fees money co school we or tonyum if I lose my mom if I lose my dad I know I saw you know touching story. Ain't that was the brand our project here, and people loved him for that because the story was like the Ghanaian story of possibilities. When you put your mind to it, you can make things happen. And you're really, people were excited. You might agree with him for the stance on issues, but at least now our image be or you modest or you way because he's on record to have said say, and now the modesty in car cra. Your friend is saying Parliament car the amount of crowd say na unchi saga be or Timo who said Charlie way the modesty. And the people have known him for that. And me who video no I said say only show say a real video. And Charlie me who said later in the crowd I was extremely disappointed, extremely disappointed. And I think and then Ramikawaha because Kofi Tonto tried to raise that and Ameka and say, "Oh, hold on." But I'm sure say Sosuna Kotnafie Anadri essential video. Knowing him, he would come back with an apology.
I'm here to praise him, honestly.
Yeah.
Because nyani penina obi, nyani penina nebe kansema emu remne hadwene. There's a caution to public speakers thing nti meka ho oka ho titru wona wo to me dibiano wono kasa obi kasa dia no ohie o tachirema we no erolu sa na bagagagagagaga sa one way ya nyoma betimi akeka no
and especially in an atmosphere like that when who party for the excitement
and man also embrace sometimes we are pushed to talk some of these things or use some of these words because society ni binimo embrace applaud those kind of comments are very very heartbreaking. Me honestly now in fact they na me gino makuma mu very honorable ye koyanim as Ghana for ye Mali for ye Togo for ye Ghana for so unti bibia se bibi chire wadwene de bia meka that edidi atem no can never and has never and will never and solve a problem now go through no who's BOG sikadi akoso almost say sika na edidi atem no na dey say sika de beba and ebe correct nipa na mo watcho mo fi and I say ebe sack nipa na fi no. So uko beyond that normal mark na yina ye pese obi agina wako ampa oni pose for montem bokoboko makodu BOG makasa in fact agbojane ato forcing omo di ya o say governor na eden ama me shi omo amaji san komo yina akoso fefefe my boss ami je mfi abaso how o ensure say omo ombeka ho so omo di omo chinyo makono bia ankoye ntwachia enfa babia dankana mo a ne nkomo bedi wo stage so ye resi obia okoye bia eye de na okoye apampam jeni de na okoye kitire bi sebe and you are not just the normal na you won confirm bi o ma shebe you won no ka we cry nobody cares about them you are do ma you fi say poto
obia ni
nobody cares about that but sebe young man with this background a lot of inspiration and motivation for the youth.
To the youth. Yes.
Aspiring to enter the August House again, 2024. It will be quite a platform Ben or Makawi. That's a will be a teacher. Sorry, no, they respond to Mawa. How are you going to feel? And I'm surprised that people made attempts to even defend that statement. I'm surprised.
How
I'm surprised that people were even attempting.
How do you defend a statement?
To defend such a statement. And they be Amikao. Adiano. Abua konkontiba obenyini ayekese afodane aponchani wia na die nyina yesem as a party and as a government and no dey bia make say obi person preba amamuomu a ne niyo ne kasa ne bibia oye bia no we should be interested the one amamuomu no so no na na monto ne kasa ne ye na expenditure na we should be interested that interest no and the boy me shape minds and thoughts. They are the credible policies aba. Those that are practical and can be implemented. Tizavia Sosu.
He goofed
in
big time.
All humility. Misrao. So nipa edono. Edoso. In fact, wabako semi enkranshema a lot of the youth in this country. Even yeah said if but for not the hand of God, Kawaudi adan say bia by now sebi ka baby abutu na baby a wo hye no kenya de papa.
Yeah.
Don't allow any kind of bia no exuberance bia no. And
that's the word, exuberance.
Yes.
And sometimes when you see the crowd overexcitement,
don't allow. Don't allow.
Don't
allow.
Or can't ask them no money.
That's what now be odi attempt. You tell everybody will look at everybody comfortable.
Yeah.
Obi odi attempt. And now they could di attempt. I say, hey, it ain't easy. Because of the distinct role that you have played. This have you susu. In your political career, I feel that teaching age, I feel now the whole background. To what?
Yeah.
To what? Again, kudos for the introspection. Quickly.
Oh, they apologize. I think it's good because for his brand, you know. Imagine say a sorry be a woman Madina constituency. Your imagine say in some you ever say I'm a patchel. And on your imagine same way I is a weekend. Yeah, fire sorry platform name you are finished. You know, I think going forward, no, he would a bit guide. But let me add, Oman say the young men in politics, no, people should know say baby and your best practices are you see. If you want to make a name for yourself in politics, and yet they be and was say ye KK ne me di attempt na me attack you na the rank of one are very decent and quiet, yet they rise in politics. John Mahama,
His Excellency the former president
was loved across the divide. Obekaya or one person Professor Mills Bone didn't as the running mate, no. You see the excitement about Kofumo. Because even when he was minister, the conduct in the BBA, people began tipping him, say, oh, this guy will go far. This and I think there are several such examples. You can learn. Shobi to say, eh, okay, kwe.
Minipay.
Your friend is saying,
your double,
yeah. Oh,
Dominic Dalbe come on, be a friend, cry. Okay, Patrick Buama, yeah.
Extremely decent politician. Extremely decent. Yeah. It's difficult to get something negative to say about him. But you can see, say, if he keeps the focus, 10 years, 8 years, 15 years from now, say a bank or four to rise up to be presidential aspirant and he didn't bet PMOB. Decent. You don't have to go and insult anybody.
Can you believe that? Relevant people in society allow Ghanaians to vent their frustrations verbally than venting their spleens like the Niger and the Gabon and the Guinea. Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine? No, we are baby. Ghana is ripe for coup.
Yes.
No, how do we do this? And I could about NDC coloration and MPP coloration. Why?
Omoa and a debia Ghana is ripe for coup. And a way there, Niome CC, Kuba, ye be ACC. It as if a coup neba.
Why?
The soldiers know who says, okay, coup, ye. Politicians A,
not
politicians B.
Why?
I don't even understand.
Why? Mr. Ghana for Ubetime, debia mame emphasize it. You can still continue to believe in your MPP and NDC. But the difference is that when your party is not on the right path, be very bold, fair, and objective to tell your party, say, wait there, and your papa because, say, a chrono, so Timnas, I'll say a ma, and let's not paint almost all the time, say, Ghana is the worst country in the world. It can never be true. It can never. We are aspiring to get there, to get better. In fact, we have the whole network getting better.
Yes.
There were challenges from our leaders to the last person. There were challenges. Over health, there were challenges. Over road, there were challenges. Over food, there were challenges. Over security, there were challenges. Fabiano, there are challenges over there. I remember IGP Krabaso. How or no, I didn't want G.
Demonstration, no?
BOG demonstration.
They did a near perfect job. Solid job. Kudos to the police service.
Yes. Yeah. So no, I didn't know Jim in penny for almost a shama and your mighty me da boko. Emma Bibia call kama. Even though the leaders of the demonstration still insist that because the BOG governor was not available, Ombesa Kwaba Beam, no feel say disrespectful. So Mona to Manamaba. Now want to make your petition. And they mean that's their belief.
Yeah, but there is based on what law no movie say was say your fairness.
No,
Governor Nankasa.
Almost on one casa no here and say Obeji Keke. On one casa. And maybe any was.
Okay.
So almost no necessary or any DM almost say
na
Obabeji o waswe ha no nyoma bi koso ensem fata untu kwan unko ba bia adenti na oni also kra na o deputies no obi ama omo how pass am George to social media na masere say omo ma watchman adam brother
watchman say the man I hear is the chief security
eti me ko show mo organogram no
yes
na mo hu ba bia head of security no so at so directly under the governor so they show organogram now or working directly under the governor. So I just say, and other deputies in zone conformation.
What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it's about your petition getting to the person. I would say, if the head of security will give it to the governor,
security cry because you the pumping the coast.
Why should it?
But maybe no more suffice or more you know, and the governor also what he no onto one among. Now, assembly be one more kind of sanity on Fanchi Mumra. Say sanity on Fanchi. Madam Impe and command yes, in try to show the propaganda. We have a lot to think about in this country. It is almost the idea be bastard said in your Erica J. Watch your crat at Tintia Coma Giarino. So it's a Sajia is semi Yakawa Haka Bukata Moya or Giarino no under the watch of Amisha Yaka. I say bosom.
Yeah.
So I say no more what you go. Yakawa ha. I say bosom. What the idea cry for them to respond to Kana a problem for us.
AGR.
Yes, it be you know. They shouldn't attempt to disrespect us as Ghanaians. The NDC plus the other people who call demonstration. Only the Ghanaians. They are seeking for information. They want explanation.
But again, I mean, I don't think Semitier demonstrators nekasa. Any explanation on Mupeo. The explanations have already been given by BOG. But they say those explanations don't make sense to them. The BOG governor should resign.
Well, no, because
it is what it is.
But for the NDC to always get what they think is right in their side, it is only fair that also appropriate response in the interest of Ghana, not just the NDC. In the interest of Ghana, because when Osako BOG it will affect a lot of branches and trees.
Yeah.
So it is in the interest of Ghana and the international world for BOG to come back clean. Not necessarily the NDC, but for us, because they raised very, very important issues in the site of Omwankasa. How do you respond to those issues? That is key. Abembiane Ajumakobiana Ghana Diano. And you're out of place, we say Obi. Makasa Ujuma Woody Mintiase, Jerry Mintiase, Castor Mintiase, BOG Mintiase, Mon French Remu and Metre. What is wrong with that? Yeah. Once again, to IGP Dampare and the team, your Nune, Omo
kudos, great job. Great job. To the organizers, i.e. Sami Jeffy, lead organizer. On this matter, fantastic. In fact, demonstrations will be. I feel quite a more. It's a Sami Bekawa.
Wabeka.
Oh yeah.
And I know never bamo.
In your say,
I feel in fear now and then fear what you piano. About to be a year of recording, distortion, misrepresentation, advantage taking, corruption. It increases.
Yeah.
It is a fina ye munani de. Sanyoma winning a ebe. The police service should be prepared.
Because some say Omunes Demoye occupy finance ministry.
No problem.
Omuria occupy electoral commission.
No problem.
Now Omuria occupy Supreme Court.
No problem. In as much as they will abide by the rules and regulations of the Ghana Police Service.
Yes.
Omunko contrary to those regulations, no. Because it's their right. If they decide to cross the Supreme Court for the next 10 days, who can fight them? We need to protect them because they are serving an interest, a Ghana interest. We should listen to them. And we should tell them at their face that it is not you to decide for Ghana, even when it is not the case.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
I get you. I get you. On Ernest Yaokumi, a message about on Xavier Sosuwe. You know, say Obi. Why would Omanhene praise Sosu Xavier? Did anyone ask him to make such frivolous and irresponsible statement without thinking through it? Unfortunately for him, this is not the first time he is misconducting himself publicly. I find it surprising that you and Omanhene are trying to do this. We saw Xavier on the floor of Parliament on January 7th, 2021. We saw his actions with the roadblock at Medina and his constant evasion of arrest. Ernest Yaokumi.
Oh, me respect it. The message will be. The Makanino is not to support him. You see,
sure.
So one more thing and to say na more we are. I say, was that the conversation wouldn't have been like this? Sebi, Mr. Okon, Sebi. Only Panama on 2 any chop or there, but it now say when you know because it is and 24 hours at the actually under them.
Yeah.
Sebu Payompo no the Kaya, I also saw the Bebanoso. But once there's an admission of wrongdoing, beyond that, Minya, Yakanim, Yakina Swetiaso, and Susan Swan, one Casabena for that statement, reckless and uncalled for. On one we sit here and talk about exuberance. I'm out the court share to say, baby, ever find yourself be our party for colleagues war and now for you're careful with the exuberance. The Casa.
Yeah.
It is not to shield anybody called to no.
I mean that his statement was irresponsible. It's a matter of fact.
Very irresponsible. But such an irresponsibility, no. Wababa because I've been irresponsible. I've been reckless. Mr. Remo, no. Mean to say na money beam. Clearly, beyond this. Sebi. Yes, I insist.
If his constituents think, say, even after say, they still don't understand. And yet they have the opportunity.
Yes.
So December 7th.
In fact, one or two san among Parliament, MPP, MPP, NDC, MPs, no two san among. We sat here, we condemned the act.
Yeah.
Their money, democracy is beautiful. They say, only problem because you have this.
Sure.
You have the Kokromoti power, election headquarters.
Yeah. If you are not satisfied,
why do you even waste your time? Why do you identify somebody? Because we have condemned the act.
Sure. But we cannot even possibly associate ourselves with such comments.
We cannot.
No, we can't do that.
If he had not done this apology, the narrative here would have been different altogether. So, Mr. Semo, Obian Koshelvo and Anshel Xavier Susu for the reckless comments, but Unipana Pacho. Ya bonu kokose ohwe abakose mo de abafa Xavier Susu ana parliament there isi ana mia kramene ne banta so obekwa kojina Madina police for the car po ntwi fa that way na okasa say you know all these things but only me pay edins also be or gene form so twin who free sign form so no ma let matters lie and proceed for the better Ghana cause.
It's true. Obi, isn't it preposterous that he sought to blame his behavior somehow on the actions of the Bank of Ghana in the same apology letter he issued? Obi so the say apology, no, because I say what kind of apology now? I say I am human. And this only demonstrated the anguish, pain, frustrations, and disappointment at the management of the Bank of Ghana and at our current state of affairs as a country.
That's we want fans one.
No, we got the people behind.
Because when crime me ignore but we need cross our trauma. We know on apologetic. Robert Massasa case.
Calm down.
No, but Obi,
calm down.
You don't come across like this. Say BOG and BOG and TS okay in the trouble. All constituents from there no way. So what fairly constituents that do you have to use same words on you? Your constituents, Medina.
Yes.
And you must show me have you been able to achieve 30% of it? There are constraints. You are doing your best. Does it warrant the constituency or Mumra also attack America? These vulgar words in Chewana. Unprintable words in Chewana.
And I think that line in the apology
very unnecessary.
It was not necessary.
No, because because if my phone na nya BOG ntina because wo hwe wan saso di kobiuku na BOG no no chaka bedom from so be no ayo. If you have issues with BOG and you want to put it across even as a lawyer Okay, the Sir John. Okay, and Fabanka say, I understand or I hear that you have 30 years at the bar. It would just look at reference what about Sir John at that point. Say, I know can say if you're dear sir, now can say. Now Xavier so should be part of the way so toward dia. And me am Kayiro, Kaise, can say me make double crowd That is where we are coming from. That if Onyame Wadom, wherever you find yourself, I will play lead role or a normal human being. These words cannot be entertained in our community and society. More so the churches, because we're a church person.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Tibi Domasi, for the input on their brain.
Very well. We say, Obi, if the government wants to get involved in football in Ghana, they should then go ahead and invest in it. The delegates to the GFA Congress are 2 reps from each of the 18 Premier League clubs, 1 each from Division 1, reps from the regional associations, reps from the referees association, and reps from the coaches association. In the Fred Agbenyo, and anyway, I've been Fred. Good afternoon. Or a parliamentary candidate NDC or Guan constituency. Okay. Fred Agbenyo, good afternoon to you.
So abandon here. Oh no, Konya 276. You didn't car no. Oh no, abandon here.
Oh, your campaign.
Their campaign. What call you see a quite party from Nkrumo.
Sir.
Yeah. Their campaign. But the corporate half no. They no yeah one man walk on Nkrumah quite party from. The man assassin kwa.
Samo US of A.
Hey. Onye no worry NDC guy no. Yeah, sports guy.
Yeah.
Onye no worry.
Yeah.
Onye nesu amano no. Osa ye NDC bayipa o US.
Oh, man, the profile no do.
Okay, me trust.
Was it Obi? Every club has a vote. All Premier and Division 1 clubs have a vote, and they don't need any invitation. Those clubs just have to submit names of those who will be representing them to the GFA secretary. On the on now.
Obi na fe mi mbra me common so.
Yes.
Ma me da Alan Chemantiase.
Alan Chematin.
Alan Kwadwo Chematin baby awo bia no. Ma me na wase. You are a noble man and you knew what you are doing.
Adentia.
Oh, complete. When the statement or can say the founding fathers believe this current MPP I shift here free home and no can reasons in the equity movement clearly.
Asempa FM.
Alan Kwadwo Chematin, Chief Alan. Oh no, butterfly movement. You guys know what time is it? He's the man to watch.
Alan Chematin.
Alan Kwadwo Chematin. What's up,
Adentia.
Do you think now there's a leader in the MPP?
Why do you ask?
Do we have a leader in the MPP as we speak now?
Okay, leader, what do you mean?
Make a party Lankasa. Omo leader.
No mukoyi national.
Who is the party leader? Who is the party leader? Stephen Tim.
The chairman of the party, Stephen Intim, general secretary, the CEO of the party, a lawyer, Kodia Frimpong. But what should they do? Our Monyama Kikasa.
Oh, Mekwadi Anama Uba Maswa Kente Hune. Akosia Kume, Kente Hunuko. Do you have a leader?
No, but the argument should be say, okay, I expect this and this and this. It's not happening to me.
So what is my away? Won't to me as a response to Kennedy Japan or as a party people. What? My interest continues to be say these are potential people to take the affairs of this country. Obakaya Matima Kacho say Justin Kodia and Chairman in team should take the party and manage the party.
Yeah, but the point say in government, way to shape in opposition. In opposition, the party chairman is the leader.
Lawyer,
when they are in government, you need this point.
Okay.
When they are in government, the president is the leader of the party, according to the community. Party leader.
Of course, I said Nanado gets some different.
Nipano is leader of the party.
Nanado, still the leader of the MPP at this point.
And
for what?
For a certain president.
For what?
But he's the certain
president. The party should get Nanado out of it.
How?
Hey,
so are you saying they should go and change the constitution?
They are creating chaos for us as citizens to suffer unnecessarily because they are government in power. Now this crime time crime basabasia. Yeah, the day because only a potential government in waiting. Now buy also. Oh, come see concern or by selfish interest no greed no.
But if the
corruptible acts no utterances no.
If the president is the leader of the party, how do they take the party from
the president? He lead any.
Nanka onya
the president should step aside and all reserve farmer baumia.
And no, as head of government, he also won't step aside, right?
Oh, the ono make bibia. What the first year me say. Many problem. What make bibia first year. Me starting the conversation by telling that I now understand why Chief Alan.
Omas have reason.
The MPP almost shifted cultivation from their focus. Founding for the Senate, they've shifted. I mean, President Rollins Crancy. Now who born dog?
Dabina Okaso almost shift here. What does he mean?
Indiscipline is too much in the party now. Indiscipline affecting us as a people. When you say a trainer na kan yinano.
The indiscipline being what?
A trainer ana kan yinano.
And then the indiscipline we train him.
The edika kran say train the enya kura won kura na ba wan yeresha for da. Wa woni ministers be enum ni edua. Eni kwasa ye besi ne komo 7 8 6 years kura.
Yeah, but that is not party business. That's a government.
Me dey perform.
Okay.
Me kan wasa na say me no come na
me busa question.
Na say me attack me dey na
me attack you. Me busa question based on your submission.
Me shall say free train no.
Okay, me too.
The governance under the watch of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
The center no holding you. Now if the government is not holding, now who party leader the government of the day? Who say any issue shall be a party? Of course.
In the you are advocating, say party executives no should take control of the party.
And that's our worst things the best MPP. It will affect us because on the term of office no, I can't another 1 year.
If I may ask, what is that indiscipline? Ekosuna ufi say nunti, ama why you concerned? Indiscipline there.
Dominic.
No, Dominic.
What indiscipline meaning? Meaning
meaning.
Are you saying you don't see, you don't feel,
but
you don't
tell
hear?
us what is it?
Party nimu. Hey Obi, na no anya wo wana. MPP party do muye.
What is it? What is it that unusual? Officer nunti no. It was a party executive, edgy party ni free leader of the party in some.
Well, meaning.
No, maybe when you tell me, I might be convinced. So now you have to convince me.
No problem there.
Ade.
Now say that now Obi, na party ya shemra kwa ini so. Party na kasa shemra for elections kurana. The likes of Chema won to me ne omo makaka ni na. Omo this party ni Jesus. Just that keke. Party shemra keke kura keka. Party shemra keke. Yewra boache jako die no kai. Mrakeke would make sure just with discipline in the party itself. Ayekosoko. And we keep accepting there was a party and you might say yes, Saha no mde beba bem. In the Sana governors be na ye zigzag. Party keke. No mo come national council amunim de CC one. Na chairman for be 4. As if say hoye makola market om ko che de no den. MPP pa nie. Di mu nim hwe kura no. Man fa foko any company Japan share. Then what be interview company Japan one say, one can just say MPP na no me ni. Koye omo bo pod ni fa so one can know. Is this the MPP? They are a joke.
But the team ana ewo ho ana afoko ene Kwabene Japan. Those executives are no longer in office.
Deterioration did not start today. So the expectation of this current executives was to put their feet down, to stop some of these things that are affecting our citizens. Now, about this, correct me. The reason why indiscipline is shooting to the highest level is that even those who are claiming that they are in charge, they are not in charge. Now, with the IGP, quite on the end. Also, party and can't your Ekosiisen IGP in sense. Now, party been a IGP better now. The Ekosiisen IGP inside the crowd, they will be just that. Me this damn party man, me no try me criticizing to be as I want to say why your flowers be on anymore than they will not say photo finish IGP. But we don't know. Too much indiscipline in the MPP is affecting governance in this country. But too much indiscipline on the part of this government is affecting us as citizens. Too much indiscipline in this country is letting a lot of people. Too much indiscipline. Said no but things are just shifting to the other side. It's not helping us.
Okay, let me help you. Are you saying, sir, there is so much indiscipline in the NPP, and you think the National Executive should take hold of the party? Your example of that indiscipline, when they say party eshemra party for no any so. I don't know specific examples, however, but you made that general statement. No, that's not the end. Say you have to contextualize the argument.
I can speak as a Ghanaian.
I know
their behavior, their utterances, their greed, their corruptible lifestyles. No, hold on. Okay. And no, who they only go school here. You know, none of them go school by. And now, yeah, my hand is what I'm a tear. Oh, my hand, my seven can be also told. What I'm a tear. The Ekosiisen and the beer or Ghana, but then a Kabaka.
The American want to say.
I don't know, but because what was that?
No, I know, corner pepper. Kevin and on a more serious note, yes,
the MPP should sit up because Adiebi Omoya Enkoye or Mo party.
Yes,
and who soon sure no. It's also Muno Abemuno, a ba yen timem phone.
Okay,
and your man that met me at the Bebre Guaquemu. But and I make them say who are bam?
Yes.
Now near be 1 to 2 years. Some year na 1 to 2 years no. Ebe yes spillover. Eba manum for. It is a okas yenye air. Didn't see ebe ye if we say who na oka no who ye be illegal mining, illegal galamsey. I can say
illegal mining, galamsey.
Who they had the president and issue adi. He for na involved now. No be Wadaroma. They be a duka metinase. They cannot fight it on their own. National Security for the other agencies say them. But when the Benya Kukudru say NDC ni at this point, so Benya Kukudru say okay illegal mining and obefa undercover or MPP ni at this point. So unim say didi ehun komo. The illegal miners na bet match MPP for ahodo a omo ye call wase crop omo bo din bebre kire omo concession ni we die ni we kwado abeja na ofa so a we abeja ni ha we na sida we ha we na stade ni na ekoso. It is a plea to the current executives. Take hold of your party because unfortunately or fortunately for us, who now are bem it chaos will be about spillover no about yen.
But the other challenge, and I want us to be real, man. If you are in a party the size of the NPP or the NDC, now we are a National Executive Committee, a team. Sometimes and so on, we expect so much from them because man. Unim say this is a party, even on membership in Kwano, registered members in Kwano, in excess of 500,000. It's a huge political party. And you cannot possibly control the behavior of each single member. And especially, say party now over the years are building demigods among themselves. It becomes difficult for you to now be calling people to order. Yes. We have to also encourage national executives of both parties the discipline within their ranks here, because you have to manage a disciplined organization. So be a president and as a government, you can manage the government and manage. On that score, I agree with you.
The branch executives now said the indiscipline is too much. and someone must stop them. Who is that someone?
No, but the point is, when they say indiscipline, and that's the kind of conversation I am member. Okay, say indiscipline. What do you mean? Contextualize it. Yes.
And more the dance you be the
sure.
And I dance be on my classified.
Yes.
A bit me a breaky system.
Yeah, I agree. Me, if you come and say okay, I think say ABR say Obi contested presidential aspirant. Now original platform so eka bibia. The party executive should ensure say Emma Obia and respond in the nipa bi abe respond.
What the men why? Nyoma
go outside.
Men why? And Nyoma honorable Kennedy Japan.
Yes.
What is the party's position on that tax? How they are coalition. What's the party's position?
You expect the party to issue a statement?
No, me busa. What's the party's position?
But how would I know?
So no can we there?
Yes.
Maybe beka a problem with me now.
No. But are you saying say, based on the what can yes.
Oh, can say ye wo hwa na ye jeja ye ho ama eno bi aden agi ensem. E di ensem you afena na ye hwe boafo.
Yes.
Nti ye mpese be gi ensem no. E dey na ye edi nkomo. And am say obi a wo ye panyi ofia wontimi mfa onansi fom no. Se ensusanso a enye papa ba efie ho a obi se wonfa wondi.
Okay, into the position you asked, the meaning say you were expecting, say, based on in Sema ABR, Honorable Ken Ekano, the party executive should call them, sit them down, hear them out, and say, Charlie, let's sleep in dogs and let's focus.
It's one of the many issues. Party nankasa omum pay attention. And I chairman won't to me class of flout on party regulations. Now, what presidential candidacy? Because I want Tiana. In a central region, almost all the flag bearers say he block will be in the party for no in Montiana. Why do we want to do this? Because National Council meeting wouldn't be a cause war. Chairman for Baku and 9. I want 10 tigers. Why?
I want 10 tigers, saying. Because at the end of the National Council, decisions are based on voting. Dominic, majority vote here.
Me no come back and forth. Say Chief Alan. Now the catcher secretary no central region. So on can say or say Ekosiaga. I'm not serving the MPP's interest. I'll serve the Ghana interest. It would be criticize him. One friend say, and I want to cross him to me cry when I'm refimo. Hey, now me say, Mami Kasem Yobi.
No, but are you saying, Oman Mabel, are you saying, sir, when they are criticized, they also don't have the right to say, ABS breakaway be a bar. This breakaway, don't they have that right? Breakaway the bad. O say secretary. O say secretary. What central region says? No, say they no say they in Ekosiaga.
We say they no say Ekosiaga.
Na Ken, that's one.
Me uncle say Ekosiaga. That is the, you forget yourself. Anytime you have a certain level of power, if you say, Obia betra open. Some say, to me, and Trafako. This is so it.
Yes. But train me, Omeba. Game Park Games.
Yeah. Good fellow, Mama Menchiano.
Yeah, good fellow day of.
But Balcony on Mudia Bandia, and you back on,
and they pick one.
Pick a new joke.
And from 1 to 36.
And you joke 1 to before 36. Before I met him, walk around. Me and Farris will trim quickly. Alan Chairman Tiachita for us, Munya cut and paste. Many honorable Obiamo interview here, Nasem. 11th or 12th July, or baby.
No, say Obiamo ayede.
Obiamo, I say, or the Alan Chairman Tibe Cockot. Obiamo, on what the chief Alan Coede or Cotton. Now, part of them will come to my father Cockona. Obiamo on the capacity.
No, Cockot, okay.
So I take on the local. Oh, I chatted that though. I chatted that 12th July.
Oh, sir.
I'm going to be a privilege through Dominic. No better than the program. I know Ken Kani na Obaka me bam say MPP for say MN am interest or MN don't preach tribalism, don't do
yeah.
Into no ya no say e say mu no wa ba wa adwene say o independent ni bia no party this or do be court. They need to test it. Say akoba say obi ati ne ho a. It has nothing to do with Alan Kojo Tremantin. Alan Tremantin chita for Chief Alan. Ka chere o chita for no. when you brace up so your movement there, move.
On stay focused.
Yes, because we know on my Bible to go now we know on my no Musa say no fan going.
Na November 4th about when they won't share down far the Ekosiisen of former Mayo.
Oh baby you
November 4th.
Monday made it 2. Now we are my constituency best 6 Friday. I say nipa no maka nyom jai. Oh. Nipa I wo nyina omokosi akan o MPP na so mo jai mebo nipa baako za constituency 6 no. Sa ankofo na edi nkunim.
As in for MP.
Yes. Now Daily Dispatch also shock no number to front page and I say oh Daily Dispatch.
Na za constituency 6 no mo maka ni nya ise nipa baako pe na e.
Yeah, man nko. Edem sa keke Okai Queen North.
Okay, Queen North should be Patrick Boama.
There be Okai Queen.
Hey, Okai Queen North here. Baby, mami afia koto mo kon ene doku amokon. And odi din ne beba.
Complete.
Nipa o wi ni.
Leje kuku minyo mbe wie.
Lejo kuku.
Me nyo mo be. Me nya fe na me betwentwa ase because ebiri ni ho. Baby a Jefferson ne other fair colored man ne net jam. Me nyo mbe wie.
That's Ablikuma Central.
Me nyo mbe wie.
The o wi ni.
Yeah, enya se me kakeke o. It is happening. It is happening. The million will be we sa name what that ho.
Yeah, so my in the crowd that said.
No, no be. What the hell me catch what them? What the hell me catch obi? Say. Papa and no, oh yeah, one of the finest marketers we've had in this country. Ariba to MTN to Glo to
Hey, Georgian.
Now come to me team call. Me catch wa ama uni message. I told you. Only hana naka me catch us obedin kudim na papa ba ko man nko wa wo wa onyim baby onyim. One constituency drabbing. There's a guy the Usu Chow. He's gone. Wafa
drabbing.
My team is there. They are done. Opa yentunchia.
Drabbing.
Unim nyoma ya ye ahead of time.
And you emu yehu ba.
What they say
and I said you okay can
emu yehu e normal. The stakes are not high. Unim so bedin kugu a ema Friday ba. The stakes are not high. My feel for so powerful. Oban about to the stakes are the chairman. Stakes been high. Oh, kwakotoaba. You know, bomb by the processes, no, clean, fair, and objective. That's why NDC occupy EC Nasifo say, no problem. So, EC, so they are not an authority on themselves.
Yeah. And the elections, he said, your friends say, orphan constituencies, they are not share here. Constituencies with sitting MPs now next year.
Oh, no, your Pameka can be now be
sitting MPs.
Subin, for instance, me watch you fiada.
Subin.
Oh,
Subin, you know MP oh.
Missy me watch you fiada. On the better me watch you.
Subin MP didn't the same.
Missy me watch you. Missy me watch you on the better of the cool.
Na ye. Asante Acheme no.
Waka we crowd Eugene Enchiri Eugene don't be back on president
Eugene Ahin.
Massa. Tell him. Kacheno.
Eugene Ahin.
Kacheno.
Ono ne ho ye yi o.
Me se Kacheno.
Central region.
Oto ono do afọ. On a president tibi kwakọ kan say yento abama we no. Na former MP ni gina.
Na de no no on the post.
Na post pa.
Do me e ho on the post.
That also
be contested.
President akujira to enu tu. And on a president ko ye no ma what ma. O ka za branch no muntu. Ana on ko ka za.
Na George am da gina ho.
O gina chipe. Na nanim o de hwe president say atodo so. Ah papa wadi mewu.
Oh, I never could have found it will be said. Obi, ask Omai Hene what his team has found out in Ofwasia Yerebi constituency. Or say Honorable Kojo Opon Kroma or lawyer Eric Owusu. Now Eric Owusu means higher.
Oh, I never know.
No. Almost lawyer Eric Owusu means. Now Kojo Opon Kroma so call on the post. No, Obi be contesting.
My brother, my for report to the Mranza.
Oh, Master Jai.
Mama for report to the Mranza. We have to be sincere in whatever we
Ofwasia Yerebi.
Hona kojo
upon Kuma constituency.
o ma me so kra na we dey
Na kojo upon Kuma constituency dey kojo upon Kuma contest no. I say